Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Feed the Beast Revelation server. And as you can tell, because I've got some chorus fruit growing out here, the end has been opened up, and I went out there and killed the dragon 3 times with my sword. Okay, I killed it once with the sword. The other time I was saying, I wonder if I can hit it with my boomerang. And yes, you can. Which is really nice because in my Botania series, I tried it with the Botania chakrams, and they wouldn't hit at all. And I tried the various mana-based weapons that I had. No good. And it wasn't except the fact that I had a bow in a backpack with arrows that allowed me to finally kill that dragon, because I was going, I can't get back unless I drop everything off and die. Anyway, so went ahead and got that sort of things going. The sword was pretty nice. It's got Soul Stealer, Looting 3, Reaper, and Sharpness 5 on there. So it does a pretty decent amount of chopping up. And this right here, I remade a Soul Shard because I wanted to get some witches. And I've killed, well, enough 360 kills, well, divided by 6, because the sword stealer, or let's see, yeah, soul stealer 5 on there means that it I think it's that one that increases the death on there. Okay, so notice anything different in here? Notice any, well, okay, there's a couple little skulls. It's up in the top left corner. There's that little box there. That is saturation. This right here is the environmental controller from RF Tools. And the cool thing about that is I went ahead and stuck in here the saturation plus. So saturation 3, I really don't need it, but it's super easy to do. And that, the nice thing about this thing, here we take a look, requires the saturation 1, which that's cheapy stuff, and a syringe, which is cheapy stuff, but you find a zombie, you attack it several times with that. It was like 6-7 times, something like that, to fill that up. You use this to extract essence from mobs. And you fill the syringe, and I filled up 3 of them, because that way I could make the upper tier of these, and I went ahead and stick that in there. I set it up to, I was playing with this because there's an option here to blacklist people, whitelist people, mobs, and whatnot, and I went ahead and set up, this is me, and it should be whitelisted only. Hope I didn't mess that up. So I will get the effect if I've done this right. And I said between 68 and 75, which is right here and up to the floor above. So if I wander by, all of a sudden, poof, my food bar is filled up, which is very nice. I like having that effect. And let's see, what else did I do? Oh, yeah, I was downstairs. This got expanded up. I think I showed off this a little bit. This is where the mob farm stuff from below is coming up here via the same ender chest, just to get stored, and it was vending out the extras. Well, I went ahead and made a resource miner for various blocks. And it's, you know, so you can get the mica, which is the only way to get the mica for other things. Plus, I was sick and tired of making obsidian, so I was really glad to get that going. And so I've got all the different clays, I've got lots of different stuff. Sponges are a thing. And then this right here is where I had the cobble. But since I had the cobble gen over there, I went ahead and stuck that here. So I got tons and tons and tons of cobble. So I spotted a bat actually came through while I had this turned off. So a pair of bat wings appeared, and I said, ooh, let me put them there. So it's an incredibly rare drop. Let's turn that on so it'll delete everything. So yeah, same thing. Anything that doesn't match these appears in this basic drawer, and then there's a Ender IO conduit here that pulls it into this crate, and then if the signal is on, stuff is pulled out of this crate into the trash can and voided. So I can run my mob farm from down below, get plenty of goodness here, and you know, it's a good thing. I've been clearing this out, and eating up my experience, and then we'll zip over here real quick. I'll come over here and feed this up with mana. You can see the experience going down, and it's filling up my containers there, because that's how I got the mana I needed to put those spells on my sword. And I'm gonna have to redo my sword because I forgot to put on there Soulbound, and I don't want to lose my sword. So I'm gonna have to add that on there. Which means going downstairs, taking off all the enchants, and then bring it back up here and enchanting it. And unfortunately, that is just one block too far, because it hits these three, but not that one. So I only have 3 mana pools worth to feed this up. Anyway, so XP is an excellent way of doing that. What else have I done? Got the sword, did the resource miner, environmental controller. The end was opened up today. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to go around and do that. But I did to go afterwards. And, oh, yes, over here. I've got a lot of nether stars. I actually killed a stack worth of nether withers so I could get nether stars. And that worked out very nicely. But I made 12 of those ender crystals so that I could spawn the dragon 3 times. Because I wanted to do something. Alley-oop. I wanted to make a few things. Now, one of these, first things here, this is the dragon mill. And let's grab that dragon egg, and let's go downstairs, down here to the kitchen area. And if I put the dragon mill right there, and I put the dragon egg on top, I'm now producing 64 from these guys at plus 500, and I'm good to go. I don't need to make any more. Although, grid power 1, somewhere, someplace, I am using 1 GP's worth of something, and I have no idea what it is. Not a clue. Do not know. If you have a clue, that would be great to tell me. And yeah, Mrs. the Duck Farmer is still hiding back there. I haven't let her out. Now I've got a cough. So back up here, and I want to make a few things. What I really want to do is make a set of nanobot beacons. Well, I want to make a nanobot beacon for me. Regular beacons, bunch of the environmental tech bits here, some of the mica, that's why you've got to have that there. So this is the ranged nanobot beacon. It allows you to, similar to this sort of beacon, but you can apply more effects. Well, if you just drop that in there, now it's the personal nanobot beacon. And as long as this is running in a chunk-loaded area, it will give you the effects you want. And so let's go ahead and grab these bits. Those go there, and then this 3 goes there, and now this is the beacon level 2. So each tier gives you 4 modifiers that you can make, and I wanted to make 8. So you can go higher than that, but I figured 8 is sufficient. So speaking of modifiers, I want the night vision modifier. I love being able to see in the dark. And oh, I need to grab one of those. Let's come in here and hit that there real quick. And let's run down and grab one of those crystals. Let's check this, make sure. That's got 2, that's got 2, that's got 1, and there's another one over there. Okay, so I just miscounted the 1. And this is one of those rare little drops. All right. You'll totally never notice that in editing. All right, so this is the saturation modifier. So if I'm out and about, I will always have my hunger bar filled up with food. This one here is the fire resistance. Don't go to the nether without it. You definitely want that. And let's go ahead and grab these apples. And I realized I didn't have any apples. I had to go find where I had some apples down in my kitchen. This is the health boost modifier, and that will give me 2 extra hearts, which is nice. Let's see, this is the regen. Regen's always nice. Let's go ahead and put these 4 enchantment tables here, and that's the luck modifier. So that should give me better loot. I'm not really sure. Water breathing, definitely love water breathing. because I'm surrounded with a bunch of water. And here's why I killed the end dragon 3 times. One was for the GPML, and this one here, there's a recipe for making elytra. And because we have a border of 5,000 blocks from the center of the map, and that's in all dimensions, you can't just go exploring in the end. So we made this recipe. Oh, they do not stack. And then if we come over here, we add this into there, and this is the creative flight modifier. Yeah, and say, but Grok, you already have creative flight with this ring. Yes, but now I will have 2 ways of having flight. So let's go wandering over here. And you know, it's belt and a suspender, because it's fun. All right, so down here, this is the bottom of the solar array. And why is that? I thought I'd taken that down. There we go. Doesn't need the little border bit there. Anyway, this is the top of the solar array. And let's grab all of these bits. Oh, and I left my wand down there. Down, too far down. Oh, speaking of stuff, this is the Draconic Infuser. And I could take my sword and drop it right there, and it would charge it up, and it was so fast. I made the energy infuser from the Thermal Foundation, and it was really slow, particularly when you're talking about this has 4 million, and this has 64 million RF in it. Here, book filled. Of course, it only needed a small amount, but so much faster. And so I moved this input, or pulling the power out of my Dragon Ball goes right here. I had it up higher, and it looked weird with this floating. It just didn't look right. And then I remembered I needed to add the flux pack because it was up here. This is something that Torgal was mentioning as just an extra insurance. All the resources coming into here, if we take a look, there's various ores coming in because my miner's running. I've got void drawer upgrades on those drawers, so if I do get stuff in and I'm full in that drawer, they have 3 or 4 emerald upgrades. They have lots of storage space, but if for some reason that fills up, it just voids them away. So there's one thing. 2, I've got that extra piece that anything extra falls into the one unlocked drawer, and then that gets voided out. So there's a second method of making sure I don't overflow. And this is a third method, because if this chest fills up and this void miner, resource miner, botanic miner, any of those miners tries to put stuff into a full chest, it ticks something up fierce. So what this does is we've got a redstone signal of 15 here, and I could extend it out a little bit more if I wanted it, but it's saying if this chest is filled enough that it triggers and says I'm full, then this sends out a signal, wraps right around, and turns off the ore miner. And there's ways of doing this with XNet, there's ways of doing this with a storage drawer. No, it's from RF Tools. It's an inventory counter. There's lots of things. This is just pure vanilla right here, and I decided to toss it on there at Torgal's request because it's too far. Because it's nice to be able to make sure that we have everything taken care of. So this, the personal nanobot beacon, I'm going to put right there in the center. So it's kind of like, it's getting filled with stuff. And all things should have a lever going on and off. And you can see that orb disappears. It's a funky thing. Anyway, I want to keep it on, but it is one of those things that's nice to be able to turn it off. And I think these are going to be filled here. Let's just break way too many glass. And now if I hit this with my wand, it will go ahead and assemble this for me. And I'm not 100%, no, it's putting in the modifier ones too. So good. All right, are you done? Yes, and you can see in the corner it's taking 1,000 RF to run this, which I think is pretty dang cheap for all the benefits. And at this point you say, benefits? What benefits? These benefits. Come on. Make with the benefits. Oh, do you know why? There's no power. Let's get this some power. And I'm going to go down here and fly up. Isn't that cool? It still looks like it's going... I was hoping that would. Okay, that makes me happy. I'm putting the the flux point underneath, and doink. And there we go. A whole bunch of power. And now I've got all these different boosts on me. So night vision, water breathing, saturation. Why are you moving? Luck, not 100% sure. It should give me more loot. I don't know. I think when I open chests, it will give me more stuff. Regen, fire, saturation, health boost. And you can see I have those 2 orange health hearts going. There, now you can see it better against the dark background. So, oh, my XP and my mana bars are just perfectly aligned there. I just noticed that. Anyway, so that is cool, and that gives me another method of flight. Now, if I take my ring, actually, let's hit B and put this away here. That flight is gone, and that's why, because it went away, it actually took it away. But I still have flight because of the flight module in here. And there's enough room I could make several more tiers. I might make more of these health boost modifiers, but I think I need a fairly high tiered nanobot beacon, and I'm going, not all that concerned about it. Because at this point I've got regeneration, the resistance, and the health boost, plus the saturation. If I take damage... No, I wanted to look here. If I take damage and my hearts go down, I've got regeneration to bring it back up. I also have full saturation, so you get that quick heal boost. I think, unless it's, you know, like the Chaos Dragon or one of those nasty things, I think I'm going to be living through pretty much everything. Plus, I've got some pretty nice armor. It's the Terra Steel armor. It's got a bunch of protects on it, so that should help me. I like it. I like that a lot. All right, so let's dump this off. That can go there. So there's my resource miner. I can swap the controller out with my ore miner. And I've got some additional lenses on here. The one right there is the clear, so it just grabs anything. This is the white, so that I would get more mica to begin with, because I wanted that fast so I could do some upgrades. And then this is the crystal laser lens, which gets me those funky extra crystals faster. But at this point, I've got so many, I am okay with it getting just plain ores. And I could probably turn it off because I've got lots of ores. But this is kind of looking pretty nice. I wonder if I want to increase my power ball, but I'm thinking, nah. Because at this point, let's see if I just highlight over. I still have 2.1 billion RF in my system, which is plenty. And if we look at this thing here, it's using technically, if I don't have anything else running, it's using 1024, that's for the beacon up above, plus 9. I'm using very little RF at this point, so I was okay with making that beacon. And frankly, once you've got these little bits here in place, this should work just hunky-dory for you. And let's take a look at the light level. Yeah, light levels are just fine here because we got the mana glass, which has lots of light, and this is also within the range of my mega torch, so that is fine there too. And a little bit lower, up. All right, let's zip over to the nether real quick just to confirm that this will work cross dimensions. Whoa, what just went boom? Okay, that was kind of creepy, but as you can see, I've got the flight here. Yeah, see, we have the super bright red of night vision in the nether. Wow, that's really, really red. I wonder if, yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've seen it this red. Well, that's one of those things that's not nearly as nice. Let's go home. one of the things that you can do, there we go, I think I will turn off my saturation module down here. See if I take that out, does this take any power? It's inactive. So I really don't need this. It doesn't need to use the power. Oh, when I was saying it was doing 1024 plus 9, I was lying. It was doing 1024 plus 14, because that was doing 5 right here. And the other 9 is this little controller here, making sure that everything's organized and all that. And if nothing's running, like I'm not actually using anything, oh, I love these enhanced smelters and sag mills. If I'm not actually using these, I'm hardly ticking over anything. Yeah, okay. So some nice, good benefits of, you know, having a real good beacon in place. I really do love that. Let's stick this over here in my bits chest. There we go. So quality of life improvements here. And it's about time for me to harvest some more of these. And yeah, we're back where we started. Oh, I lost my wings. Oh well, I can survive without having the wings. But at least that tells me if the nanobot is working or if my angel ring is on. Yeah, that works. Alrighty, way back there, there's some fir trees I found when I was over at another spot. I said, ooh, let me harvest some wood, and turns out it was fir. I thought it was maybe spruce, and so now I've got some fir trees, because, you know, fir trees. Anyway, yeah, I also roamed around. I had a bunch of extra wither skulls, and I decided I'm just going to stick them around my place, all over. Oh, and you can see into the water now with the night vision. I do like that. And I think that is a... I've got water breathing. Let's find out. Is this a beehive down here, or is it one of those loot chests from Actual Editions? It's an Actual Editions loot chest. Well, let's go ahead and pick it. Oh, it says it wants an axe. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and grab an axe, just to be faster. Holy slowness. Let's try this. All right, let's go with an actual axe. Holy cow, that. Okay, I'm... That's way too slow, and I'm not going to care to do it on screen. Anyway, there's some silly stuff. You can get jam and gold ingots and stuff like that. I will slowly break that with my axe. Holy cow, that's slow. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here. Oh, I should do this right. This has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, under the water, on the FTOG Feed the Beast Revelation server. And thanks for watching. Bye.